Okay, so here's the questions that we want to ask title companies. So, first question I want to ask is, do you work with real estate investors? Some title companies don't. There's few that don't, but there are some that don't. They just handle traditional retail transactions. You want one that understands wholesaling, creative financing, double closings, and assignments. If they don't, move on to another company. Something else you can ask them is, do you have any experience with assignments, subject to deals, or double closings? And I can talk more about double closings if you want. Just let me know. Shoot me a message asking to talk more about what double closings are. Are you familiar with wholesaling and assignment contracts? Good title company already knows it. They know how assignment contracts work. They know about blind HUDs. They know what all that entails, and they should not block wholesaler assignments or require double closings unless necessary. Okay, they say we don't allow assignments. Don't mess with them. They're not somebody you want to work with. Um, if they do assignments, but sometimes they require a buyer and seller to sign the assignment, it makes it a lot more difficult. I wouldn't work with that title company. Do you handle subject to or owner finance transactions? Creative deals like subject to or seller financing, owner financing, etc. They need to understand how to structure those deals. It's very important. They should be able to properly draft a subject to closing statement and handle loan takeovers legally. Okay, ask them like, hey, do you handle subject tos? If so, what can you email me a copy of what it would look like? Also, talk about what they charge for creating those. If they're confused or they hesitate, hey, don't mess with them. Okay, um, I mean you can ask them about loan servicing setups, but if they don't understand what this is, I would move on. It'd take longer to explain it to them. Do you handle double closings? Some deals require two closing on the same day, especially like a wholesale flip. Okay, you need a title company that understands how to close both transactions smoothly. If they say you must fund both transactions with your own cash, find another company. Double closings, same day, it makes it to where you don't have to use any of your own money. Okay, and again, we can talk about that more if you want me to. Do allow end buyers' funds to be used for the first closing. Okay, transactional funding, meaning you borrowed money to close this deal out for the first closing, and then you're going to the second closing, the person that you flipped that property to or you wholesaled it to. This is a big one. What are your fees? Title searches. So some title companies, you get a deal that goes through there, and then the seller backs out, or something happens, the deal falls apart. Some companies will still charge you title fees, title searches, and stuff like that. A couple $100, $1,000, whatever it is. Ask them if they do that. Say, hey, if the deal falls apart, are you going to still charge me any fees? So always ask that. Can you provide preliminary title report before closing? So this is like a soft title search is what this is called. Meaning if you got a good relationship with a title company, you're bringing them deals consistently, you always refer them, you recommend them, you talk about them on your social media, etc. Hey, can you do a soft title search on this property before I put too much time and energy into it? And if you got a good title company, they'll shoot you back and we did a soft title search. It looks like there's a judgment on there. There's a lien. It's going to have some other title issues. Just to give you a heads up of what you're up against down the road. So another big question to ask if they will do what's called preliminary title search, or it's also known as soft title. Okay, soft title search. How fast can they close? A good one, a week to 2 weeks. Okay, it just kind of depends. Some will drag their feet, taking up to 30 plus days. And this is a big thing, so I put it in. If they're slow, it can kill a wholesale deal or a flip deal real freaking quick, man. So ask them how fast they are. Do you provide investor-friendly escrow services? Okay. Some will allow you to hold escrow funds until closing for easier transactions. This helps if you need to deposit earnest money or control funds in a wholesale deal. Do you allow investors to hold escrow? Do you offer separate escrow accounts for creative financing deals? This is another really big question to ask. Can you handle remote closings? Ask them if a lot of times you're going to buy from out-of-state owners. The property's been sitting for a while out of state. You need to ask them, like, hey, can you guys set up mobile notaries? Do you have access to mobile notaries, or do they only do in-person signings? This is rare that they only do in-person signings. It's 2025. Most do, but just verify that they work with mobile notaries. Do you work with private money lenders and hard money loans? Private money, hard money, they need to know how to handle that. Um, some lenders require specific title insurance policies for loan docs. That's going to go back to your private money guy, your hard money guy, everything that they require. But this is another good question to ask if they have a lot of experience working with private money and hard money. So these are the top 10 questions that I would ask title companies when you're looking for one to work with. I'm also going to make this downloadable. So I'll put a copy of it, or if you want a copy, just let me know and I'll send this to you.